Go set.
54, right there, 54, Mike. Here I come. Alert 3, alert 3, young lady.
They'll run here with the former Steeler, Bell. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. From the 24, Darnold. That one complete to Anderson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Bring it. Check out.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That's it, baby. We got work. Jump, ready.
On second down now, it's Bell.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
3rd and inches.
Go set.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Lady. Recon, 132 fighter.
Hey, alert 3. Check 26.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
First down, Jets.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And by the end of last year, Herndon had solidified himself as the primary tight end for New York. Overall, 2nd leading receiver in 2018 on the team behind Robbie Anderson. Backed his 39 catches, most among rookie tight ends in the league a season ago. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. From the gun. Found his target. It's Anderson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 17-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Protein spill.
They'll run on first down with Cannon. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Trenton Cannon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Now the try here for the point after. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
Makes the score Jets 7, Redskins nothing.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now a man in his 13th NFL season, it's Adrian Peterson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Down at the 43-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
In your face.
Now the second year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here we go. Here we go. Get on the bench. Ready?
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now that's knocked away and incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Out of the gun, Geis. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Around the NFL, an update from a game going on down in Tampa. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
A shotgun snap for Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now he'll escape to his left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Redskins on third down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they've got it 2nd down and 12. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here's Darnold. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Darnold now to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And still a lot this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Right 54. Oh, yeah.
On play action, Haskins. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jordan Jenkins in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Right there, 54 Mike. 6-man.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. And he finds McLaurin. 23 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Washington Redskins.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Off to Geis on the screen. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Pressure comes and down he goes. The sack by Jordan Willis.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they are silly, and that leads to a play action sack. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Daron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. On 2nd down, it's Bell. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
6 yards to go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here we go, son. 55. Hey, watch the ball,
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And Anderson's got it. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
The Redskins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Third down, here's Haskins. Jordan Reed has it. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way, work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Now Haskins. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Completes it to Davis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Haskins to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Here's Haskins. The quick slant caught. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. They come 2nd and goal from the 1. Haskins back to the air, and that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these 2 teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big downfield. Nope. Guaranteed it.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They stay on the ground. Geis again. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Right there. 54, right there.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. It's caught. Smith. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 6 yards in the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the draw, they go to Geis. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Love. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they just...
Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell. 77 yards. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Let him know, let him know.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. It's caught by Davis. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Ready, 54. Mike 54.
Now Haskins on 1st down. And he finds the tight end, Reed. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jordan Jenkins picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Crowder now to return. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Here's Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Check four, check four.
Here's Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards. And getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Darnold complete to Crowder. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Right there, 54 Mike.
Get in the white room. Get in the white room.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a big spot for the rookie Haskins. And he will find Davis. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, this is Geis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Pro Bowler C.J. Mosley, the Ravens' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. On second down, here's Haskins. He'll get this one complete to Davis. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Shit.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Taken down back at the 50-yard line.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Here we go.
From midfield now, Haskins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
You ain't going nowhere.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Oh, here we go. Oh.
4th down, here's Haskins. This one caught by Davis. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. An agile move and a nice gain, then dropped at the 25-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throw right side, caught by Davis. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They come out here in the I. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Going to give it to Love. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Bryce Love, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. So here are the Redskins now, an important 2-point conversion. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, for the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. From the 50, it's Darnold. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Deron Payne in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He's back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful, because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Montez Sweat. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Geis. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
54, right there. 54.
Now it's Haskins. The open man is Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
Feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the